The time for hiding is finished. The dead are restless. Fate and destiny collide. Twins Caden and Avery Tiernan have grown up in isolation on the fringe of the realm. Gifted with forbidden skills, they hide their growing magical powers. Ancient prophecies speak of the ones with the power to depose the queen. To protect her throne, Queen Alcina scours the land for evidence of magic, while the darker force she serves threatens the land with chaos. She is not the only huntress, however. Primordial seekers discover the twins first, but before they can escape, the death of a queen's guard puts the entire village in jeopardy. To save their town, the twins flee, only to be dragged toward an unknown destiny. Guided by her gift, Avery senses lies and treachery where others see only truth. Dare she trust her instincts? For Caden, an irresistible voice whispers to him, does it belong to the souls of the dead, and are they calling him home? So this book is the first book of 3, I think. Yeah, I think this is the first book of 3, and I must say, it has been nice to read this story after having read much in the way of dark and grimdark and whatnot, in terms of fantasy for the last, several months. So this is not grimdark. And I would venture to say it's not dark fantasy. It is probably closer to proper Noble Bright, but not quite. Anyways, this story deals with 2 twins who have magical powers that are not terribly useful in a world where magic is considered forbidden and problematic. And they discover that they are part of something a whole lot bigger that has stretched back in time for rather a while. And it's very fascinating. These twins separate very quickly in the novel, and then they go off on their separate adventures. This book focuses mostly on Caden, who is heading towards his enemy intentionally. It's kind of fun. I like all of the different elements in this. I think the magical nature of things is very interesting. The way that the powers are explored is kind of fun. The sort of political scheming that went on behind the scenes while the twins were growing up I think is very interesting. So yeah, I would say this book is good. It flows very smoothly in terms of the writing. There's nothing that's going to jar you out of the world. It's not going to make you, oh wait, something happened and this doesn't make sense. It's very smooth. It flows really well. I would say it's not, hugely intricate in terms of how this book is structured, but it works superbly for what it's trying to do, and I like that a lot. There are questions that need to be answered, however, and of course that's going to come in the next book in the series. Yeah, I would say that I like the fact that this book focused more on one twin as opposed to the other. I think that is a very good idea considering how complicated this series looks like it's going to get and how many different things are happening to each twin as they go on. But I would say that there's either not enough of Avery and her story in this, or there's too much. The not enough comes from the fact that I really want to know what's going on with her. There are snippets of what's going on with her. We see the start of her adventure. We see a few important things that matter a lot, and connection with Caden and all that. But there's not enough to really explain anything and to fit in with the rest of the detail of the rest of the story. It doesn't quite match up. Therefore, I would say that we need to see less of her adventures, and more mention her obliquely in reference to Caden. So, on the whole, I would say that this book is really nice. It was a great change from the dark stuff that I have read for a while. I think it's good to get back into. Here is someone who knows their purpose is good, and is fighting against a very distinct enemy. We're not really worried about the morality of our characters here, and they're not going to commit questionable acts of their own volition. It's a very different style, and I enjoyed it a lot. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit different from some of the dark stuff that you've read, or if you're looking for something that is just very, very good, very well written and flows well and has an interesting storyline, I would say that this book is definitely for you. If you're interested, as usual, all of the links are in the description box below. You can find them there. You can find my links there too. I have books. There's supposed to be another one right there. It came out, but the printer takes a while. Apparently there are problems getting the books, so it might take a while for the next one to show up, but it is available and you can find it in the description box below. Anyways, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope that things are going well. We are more than halfway through the year at this point, and progress? Unknown. Otherwise, have a great day, and I shall see you next time. Bye.